students, and welcome back to the another session of our subject social science. So as you all are aware that we have started chapter 11, components of the environment and interrelationships. Now already I have shared two videos with you. In the previous videos we have got the information about the environment. What is environment? Different components of the environment. Basically the lithosphere, hydrosphere, atmosphere, biosphere, all these things we have covered. Also we came to know about the natural environment, man-made environment, and we got the information about the distribution of water on Earth's surface. How the water is distributed. We have learned also about the sea waves, tides and ebbs, and ocean currents. Now I hope the previous topics are clear. Today we are going to start next topic, interrelationship among the components of the environment. As the name of the chapter suggests, we have to learn what is the interrelationship between the different components of the environment. So here we go. Let's start. Man is at the center of all components of environment. This thing I hope it should be clear. Man is at the center of all the components of environment means we human beings are going to change our surroundings according to our needs. So we are at the center. The different components of the environment are connected with one another by some physical cycles. For example, here on the earth, human beings, living organisms are living. We are using the atmosphere also. We need the air to breathe. We are using the land where we can survive, where we can settle. We are using the water. So all these things we are using and man is at the center. All these things are connected with each other. If any one thing is taken away, then we cannot survive. So this is called the physical cycle which is going on. These cycles are influenced by human activities. These cycles are influenced means ये cycle कैसे चल रही है? Because of the human activities. We are changing our environment according to our needs. So like that, this cycle goes on and we are using the different components of the environment. So all the components are interconnected. Sorry, are interconnected and all the living organisms are interdependent on each other. Now here one more example is given. Man does excavation to get the minerals from the lithosphere, to get the minerals from Earth's crust. We here are digging our earth to get something like the minerals, etc. things from inside the Earth's surface. Now when we do the excavation, that means we are creating huge pits. हम बहुत बड़े-बड़े खड्डे create करोगे. We are creating huge pits. And when these pits are formed, these pits after some time they will get filled with water. Okay, when the water will flow from any area, if the water is flowing, then these huge pits are filled with water. And these huge pits will form a hydrosphere. Yes, these huge pits will form a hydrosphere. For example, if there is a huge pit, if water is filled, it can form lake. Lake is a part of hydrosphere. Now slowly when the time will pass and as the temperature in the atmosphere will increase, as the temperature in the atmosphere it will increase, what it will happen? The water which was collected in that huge pit, बड़े से खड्डे में जो पानी था, it will get evaporate. As the temperature is increasing, hydrosphere में जो water हमने जो lake form हो, the water that will get evaporate in the atmosphere and it will mix with atmosphere. Then what will happen? Moisture in the atmosphere condenses, clouds form and rain falls. When the water is evaporated and it becomes water vapor in the air, then that moisture which is developed in the atmosphere, it will condense, means it will cool down. Condense means it will cool down and slowly it will form clouds. वो condensation का process क्या होता है? Means clouds are formed. So clouds will form when the moisture, the water vapor, it will cool down in the atmosphere, and out of the clouds, we will get rain. So rainfall we will get, and after the rainfall, there is another thing which is happening. The flow of the water, when the water will flow from the water of the rain, when it will flow, it will cause erosion of soil. Okay, it will create soil erosion, means it will take away the layer of the soil and another type of landform is formed. Okay, another type of landform is created here. So basically what we learned that all the components are interconnected. Land is there, water is there and air is there, but all the three are doing their own part, they are playing their own part, and different things are created, and man is at the center. All the things are revolving around us, it is surrounding around us. Now, human activities are interconnected with the ecosystem due to components of natural environment. Human activities which we are doing, they are also interconnected with the ecosystem. As I have told you, we all are interdependent on each other. So, because of the natural environment, the components which are there in the natural environment, they help us to create this ecosystem. They help us कि ecosystem में कोई भी change ना आए. If this is a chain, food chain जो आपने पढ़ा है, if there is any part taken of that food chain, then that chain can break and it will create disturbance in the environment. Yes, the disturbance which is created in the environment, what we call it? Pollution. So now we are going to learn about the disturbance which is created by the human activities only, that is pollution. So our next topic is pollution. Human beings use their intellect to use various components of the environment to satisfy our needs. We human beings are using our intelligence, we are using our common sense, and we are using the various components which are given to us by the environment just to satisfy our needs. Mahatma Gandhi said that pollution is the act of polluting the natural environment through human activities. What is the definition now which is given by Mahatma Gandhi? According to Mahatma Gandhi, the pollution is the act of polluting the natural environment. It means we are polluting the natural environment, we are creating the disturbance in the environment with our human activities. जो चीजें हम करते हैं, for example, we are making some products in the industries, and that waste things we are throwing out. So that wastage is also creating pollution. If we are throwing the chemicals in the river, that is also creating the pollution. So the pollution, in the simple words, means the disturbance which is created in the environment through the human activities. That is pollution. Components polluting the environment are called pollutants. Now here I hope the meaning of the pollution is clear. Another word is pollutants. Pollutants are the components which are polluting the environment. For example, smoke coming out from the industries. That in that smoke there are some components that create the pollution, create the air pollution. So that thing which is creating the air pollution will be called pollutants. The pollution is caused when the resources are used unrestrictedly and indiscriminately. Now once again, just see this line. Pollution is caused when resources are used unrestrictedly and indiscriminately. Pollution when it will be caused? When we are using the resources unrestrictedly, means freely. We are not worried about that the resources it will get over. We are using it freely without any restrictions. We are using that resources, then it is creating the pollution. And indiscriminately means without any further planning, without any further thinking, we are using that resources. We are not thinking that it will get over. So when we do this, that means we are creating the pollution. The sharp zest of human development, industrialization and mechanization are responsible for pollution. Means the enthusiasm, the excitement which we are having to develop, to make the progress. But we are not thinking about the other things, we are just being selfish. We are not thinking that if we are doing this, what its adverse effects it will be. So that is going to create the pollution. Industrialization, when we are opening new industries, mechanization, we are introducing new machines that are going to create the pollution only. These are the things which are the causes of pollution. Now as we are hearing pollution word again and again, but what are the different types of pollution? There are mainly 4 different types of pollution which are on the rise in the whole world. Land pollution, water pollution, air pollution and noise pollution. Pollution causes adverse effects on the environment, human life and living things. So when the pollution is caused, suppose air pollution, then we have the problem in the breathing, we will have develop a disease and it will cause adverse effects. Pollution means ulta effect करता है environment पे, human life पे और living things पे. They are not good for our health. We need to take immediate steps to preserve the environment and prevent its harmful effects. we have to take some immediate steps to preserve the environment, to protect the environment, and to prevent the harmful effects of the pollution. About how we will prevent the environment, how we will do this thing. So for that we have to learn different types of pollution. Let's start land pollution. So let us get some information about the first type of pollution, land pollution. What is land pollution? A change in soil quality or its nutrients is called land pollution. That means when the quality of the soil is changed or the nutrients present in the soil, they are reduced. That is known as land pollution. Because of the nutrients which are present in the soil, agriculture, it is crop production is good, crop production is increased. But if that nutrients are lost, then that land cannot produce good crops. Now land pollution is not easily felt. Land pollution is not felt easily. इतना जल्दी land pollution हो रहा है, it is not felt. पता नहीं चलता. Land pollution is on the rise around the world. It is on the rise around the world. World में increase हो रहा है. But what are the causes of land pollution? Let's find out. First cause is the disposal of household solid waste or water. When from our house we are throwing the waste water or throwing the waste garbage outside on the land as it is, then it will create land pollution. Setting up of industries on fertile or agricultural land. When the land which is very fertile or which is good for agriculture, we are using that land for making industries. That good land is lost. That means land pollution is done over there. Discharge of contaminated water from the industries on the land. Sometimes the industries discharge their water mixed with chemicals as it is on the land. That water which is contaminated, it is going to create the land pollution. Disposal of industrial solid waste from the industries on the land. Disposal of industrial solid waste. That means when the industries are making some products, at that time many things are wasted. So that wastage things, that solid waste, if it is as it is thrown on the land, then it will create land pollution. Excavation activities. Another cause of the land pollution is excavation activities. That means when we are digging the land, we are making a pit उसको और dig कर रहे. Why we are digging the land? For minerals or for finding some other things, of searching some other things inside the earth. At that time, good layer of the soil is taken and it is going to create the land pollution. Use of chemical fertilizers in the agriculture activities. Many times, farmer use the chemical fertilizers in the agriculture instead of natural fertilizers. Yes, there are two types of fertilizers everywhere. Chemical fertilizers and natural fertilizers. Natural fertilizers are good, but they will give you the result later on. Chemical fertilizers will give the instant results. So the farmers are using this, but it is not good as it is going to reduce the fertility of the soil. It is going to create the land pollution. Crops तो अच्छे होंगे, but it is for the limited time period. Afterwards, वो soil के अंदर chemicals mix होंगे, then it is going to create the land pollution. Over irrigation and over usage of insecticides. Sometimes over irrigation is also a problem created in the agriculture. Yes, over irrigation, if we are giving more water to the crops, then that land is also causing. Sometimes if we are giving more water to the crops or to the agricultural field, then that also will create, it will reduce the fertility of soil, that soil will spoil. So that's why it is going to create land pollution. And over usage of insecticides. If we are using insecticides excessively on the agricultural crops, then it is also going to create land pollution. Insecticide means we are using some chemicals to save our crops from the insects, so that insects cannot spoil that crops. Now all these are the causes of land pollution. I hope the causes why the land pollution is caused, it is clear in your mind. Now moving further to another step. What immediate measures should we take to stop the land pollution? What preventive measures we have to take to prevent our soil pollution or land pollution? Let's see. First step is, instead of pesticides and chemical fertilizers, organic and indigenous fertilizers, green manure should be used. As I told you, there are two types of fertilizers, chemicals and natural. So instead of chemicals, we should use natural fertilizers. We should use green manure. We should use cow dung. That is going to increase the soil fertility and nutrients भी उसमें add करेगा. So the soil land pollution will be decreased. Next is pesticides should be used sparingly. Now the pesticides, if we are using some insecticides or pesticides to protect our crops from the insects, then we should use it sparingly, means limited in the quantity. We should not use it excessively, ज़्यादा use नहीं करना है, limited use करना है. Solid waste should be sorted and reused. Whatever solid waste is there around us, it should be sorted. उसको अलग से रख के उसको dispose किया जाए. It should not be thrown on the land as it is, and if possible, if it is reusable, then reuse it. Plastics and solid waste should be recycled and reused. There are many things as plastic things are there, plastic containers are there, which can be recycled and reused. So, if possible, whatever solid or plastic waste we are throwing out, we should recycle it and reuse it. It is going to reduce the land pollution only. Drip and sprinkler irrigation system should be used. Now here you can see the drip and irrigation system. First one is the drip irrigation and then the sprinkler irrigation. Now with the help of these irrigation techniques, the water is not wasted much and the land will get that much amount of water which is required. It will not get excess water, and if it is not getting excess water, then the land pollution will reduce. So soil will become good. So drip and sprinkler irrigation should be always used. So that's all about our land pollution. I hope the topics which I have explained you today are clear. In the next session, we are going to cover the remaining types of pollution. Till then, go to the textbook, keep learning. Thank you. Have a nice day.